Hi Warrior, it's Travis in here and welcome back to our adventures in Diablo 4 Season 1. Last episode, we got to level 81. We just made it. Today we're going to continue leveling up, and we are going to salvage some sigils first, especially the low level ones. Let's get rid of a bunch of these. There we go. Let's craft some. 31 to 35. Boulder's Cave, nice. It's a good one. We'll do that one. And it is a tier 35 Boulder's Cave dungeon that fixes fire damage, empowered elites, monster lightning damage, monster life, and monster overpower resist. Use this weak elixir of shadow resist. And then we'll make our way over to the dungeon. Happy that we got a good one. It is a tier 35, so could be close to level 90. Might be 10 levels higher than us. We'll have to see. Supposedly it's actually better to fight mobs around your level because, you just farm the dungeons faster, but I think it's good to switch it up sometimes just to have more of a challenge. Because leveling is a grind, guys.
This place reeks.
Gotta mix it up once in a while. Oh, we got rock there. They're level 89, so 8 levels higher than us. Which isn't too bad. Didn't have too much trouble, but we'll get hit hard. Ah, gold shrine. Oh, what the heck, dude? There's a lot of damage from these wasps. Wow. I'm gonna die here. Keep juicing pots, guys. I can't believe we lived there. Thought that was for sure death.
Need more time.
Like blocked off here? Scorpions hit hard. One more barricade we have to get. I wonder if it's down there. No, it's just right up here.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Time.
This is when I think we should have like another world tier and capstone dungeon. Just right around this level. Like level 85. That would be awesome to have like a capstone dungeon to do. Like right around this level.
I'm not ready yet.
Because we have been grinding through the 70s for quite a while. We came to World Tier 4 at level 65. So I think, like, you know, 70 to 85 should be like World Tier 4. I wonder if they'll add one. See what happens during the fireside chat. We'll get more information. I wonder when that's coming out. Tried to look it up on Google, but I couldn't really find it. Maybe I would have had to go to like Wowhead or something like that.
I need more time.
So we'll probably hear more about it in October. Need to slay all the enemies in this hideout.
I'm not ready.
We were alright over here. There's the ones with the frozen, we need to get rid of them. Gotta get out of that. Strava Deepwood, that's a good dungeon. It's nice that we're getting Oldar's Cave now. It's like our second one.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time. Need more time.
17 remain. Maybe I can bring them into this.
More time.
No. Oh, it actually does fire damage if you walk through it. Yeah, we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit. Could
Need more time.
be it right here, maybe. Yeah, could be it.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, here we go again. Norwind Sky Striker. Look at all the loot here, man. Eagle Horn. I think that's a ranged weapon. Yeah, unique bow. Alright, so we'll level up our exploit. We'll just keep going with the exploit. We almost have it at 15. And then we'll get rid of the loot. We'll come back and we'll pick up all the rest of the rares. And hopefully we got some upgrades, guys. Yeah, we did on XP there. Got a decent amount, almost quarter of a level there. Which means we probably have to do like 5 nightmare dungeons per level now, I think. The current amount of, XP we get. It's gonna take us a while. 100's actually long ways away still. Hope they do another XP weekend.
I can break that down.
That would help quite a bit. Not bad. I think we already have a... Maybe the one we have is better. Who knows? Alright, let's head back and get the rest here. See how we're doing on materials. 142 silver ore, not bad. Getting close to 150. Maybe we'll start getting our gold back up again after this.
There's that. Come back if you need the forge.
Alright, so let's check our stash over here. And we will see... This eagle horn is better than the one that we got. Yeah, it is actually. Nice. Put it in there. This one has a better aspect, but this one's a higher item power. And we have filled up our aspect stash. So we will have to go through that eventually. I'll do that offline. We'll get rid of a couple of the aspects we have too many of. Alright, so let's do another dungeon, guys. See if we got any new ones. Just the Strava Deepwood would be good. I think we'll do that. Yeah, it's quite a grind, guys. 200. Don't want to say like I'm kind of burning out, but I can see why people quit. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the game, but like you're just doing the same thing over and 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 over. And like you should just be at endgame by now.
I'm not ready.
You know what I mean? Like I'm getting the same loot that I'm gonna get at endgame. I just think they made a mistake. And hopefully they fix it during Season 2. Now, I honestly wouldn't mind this grind
Need more time.
if there was a ladder for me to participate in at the end of it. I'd be like, you know what? It's worth it, right? Like, I'm gonna get to, like, compete, and not compete, but, like, participate in an endgame ladder. Probably wouldn't compete very much, but you get to at least participate in it and get to see how far you can go with your character during that season, or just even on the Eternal Realms.
Need
I honestly think this game should have came out in 2024.
Need more time.
For sure. Like, the game's done. It's fun to play. It's just the way they planned out the game modes just,
More time.
or just like the XP grind and all that. I just think they made a mistake with that. Could have put some more thought into it. They really need to. They needed a little bit more of an end game. I know I haven't participated in the end game, but I know once we get there, we probably won't.
I'm not ready yet.
Probably won't take us too long to complete it. I don't think. Maybe it'll take us like a week. We'll have to see. I know getting the world tier. I mean, Nightmare Dungeon tier 100 was pretty damn tough when it first came out, but I think it's gotten substantially easier, supposedly,
I'm not ready yet.
after the nerfs that they applied to it. I'm not too sure how hard, like, Uber Lilith is. We'll have to see. I hope it's a challenge. But if we get to the end game, and we just rock Uber Lilith once we hit 100, and then we get to world tier. I mean, we get to the Nightmare Dungeon tier 100 fairly quick in like a week or so, and then we just clear that. And that's not much of an end game, man.
Need more time.
Like, they need. That's why, like, having a ladder is great, because it just never ends. And I know that sounds repetitive, which is what I was complaining about at the beginning of the dungeon, but you're fighting against harder and harder stuff in a ladder usually. And that's if it's like Nephilim Rifts, which I think it will probably be like, right? Where you just fight harder and harder mobs, and
Need more time.
you have to, like, clear dungeons at a faster rate.
Need more time. I'm not ready yet.
A good comparison would be like Classic WoW, right? Classic WoW takes you hundreds of hours to level a character. Over 100, that's for sure. Just to 60. The thing is, you're always, while you're leveling up, the progression curve is pretty damn good. There's always new dungeons, new loot for you to do. And then when you get to endgame, there's a bunch of raids and even more dungeons for you to complete. Like, we're not really getting anything new when we get to 100. It's the same dungeons, just a higher, tier. But there are quite a bit of dungeons, which is nice. But I just don't think it's that much different than what I'm doing right now. Like, this is endgame, where I am right now. So I should be level 100 right now. Right? And once you reach World Tier 4, it shouldn't take you another 30 plus hours to get to the final level. You should just get there in, like, I don't know, like 5 to 10 hours. Because you're already at the end game. There isn't any, can't get any higher than World Tier 4 at the moment. That's why I think they need higher world tiers.
I need more time.
Yeah, I understand why people kind of give up around here. this part.
Need more time.
It's quite the grind just to get to 100.
I'm not ready.
Like, I wonder how high of a nightmare dungeon we can do. Like, I might just try that. Just keep doing higher and higher dungeons. These mobs are 8 levels higher than me. Cap on XP is at 10 levels. That's another thing, too. If you can do higher stuff, there shouldn't be a cap. Unlike the more XP you can get. Right? Like, if I can do, like, a Nightmare Dungeon tier 60, I should get rewarded for that. I think it's kind of silly how it's capped at a certain point. Because that would give you, like, a reason to challenge yourself, right? While you're leveling up. You get the reward of, like, you know, more XP.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm just venting. It's a good game. It's just the end game needs work. That's pretty much it. And I honestly think I can say I'm in the end game right now. This is the end game. I think that's fair to say. Some people might consider it to be you're fighting Uber Lilith and doing like close to tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons. But I think once you get to World Tier 4, you're in the end game. There we go, guys.
Need more time.
That is the Strava Deepwood.
I'm carrying too much.
I think we did that. We got some Ancestral Pants. Keep leveling up Exploit here. Almost got that to 15. We got too much stuff at the moment. We'll just head back and get rid of it and come back and pick up the rest. But yeah, I don't know how people did it, man. What a grind. You gotta play with the group, I think. Like the XP bonus you get by playing with the group really does help. But so the solo grind, it's a grind. It really is.
That's good salvage. You can take what's left.
These are okay boots. They only have 2 good stats. Should look for some nice boots. These are okay as well. Only 2 stats though. What do I mean by only 2 stats? Only 2 stats that we want on our boots. Other stats were not too bad. Protecting, there we go. So we got some pants here. That was from the dungeon. Alright, so let's head back to the dungeon, we'll pick up the rest of the loot here. Got a couple of legendaries. Some ancestral.
You can take what's left. That's good salvage.
Ah, perfect aspect here. 2 nice stats on these pants, actually. It's too bad it's only 2. They're a higher item power than the pants that we currently have. Guess we could keep the dexterity and then maybe roll off the imbuement skill cooldown reduction. Try to get more damage reduction on them. They're pretty nice. It's just we'll lose the 3 ranks of poison trap. Yeah, we'll hold on to them. Maybe we'll use them. Don't think we want these. No.
Came apart nicely.
And do we want this? It's not bad. A couple nice stats. But I don't think it's better than our current dagger that we have. We'll hold on to it for the aspect. Okay, we'll just hold on to this one. This is like the stash where I keep items that we might use in the future. Alright, so let's see what we got now. Iron Hold, Commodore Temple. Let's do Mariner's Refuge. Battle Hardened, Avenger, Monster Burning Damage, Monster Fire Resist, and Monster Overpower Resist. Are the aspects. I mean, the affixes. Always get those two mixed up. But yeah, they need a World Tier 5. They gotta do something about this, like 70 to 100. Well, it's actually 60 to 100. It's like between the 60s to 100, because most people don't wait till 70 to go to World Tier 4. Most people complete the capstone in the 60s, right? It's usually like mostly 65 to 100. It's probably what they really need to work on. And it's all endgame there.
I'm not ready.
And that's what we've been seeing, right? Like they've been increasing the XP gained in World Tier 4, which is good. But it's not by much. They gave us 15% here. 15%, I think, in World Tier 4, and then they also gave us, I think, another 12% on our earn. So that's like a total of, 27%.
Need more time.
And then when you go to the, I think you get like 400% extra XP at World Tier 4. So an extra 27% XP is really not that much. It's like I don't know, 3 to 5% extra XP, really. So it's not much at all. They gotta increase it by like 100. It just makes you wonder what they think when they're like discussing this. Or like, what? I'd love to be a fly on the wall just to like hear
More time.
what their plan was with like the amount of XP that players are gonna have to earn to get to the max level.
Need more time.
Maybe they thought that the max level just wasn't a really big deal, right?
I'm not ready.
Maybe, but for me, I don't know why, but like getting to max level, it's like a psychological thing. It's like a big deal for me for some reason. It's like something I want to just get over with. I've always been like that. I think a lot of people are like that too. Most people speed through the leveling process. The only time I really like don't speed through a leveling process is when there's like a really good story behind it. But this is not really like that, right? We're done with the story. We've just been grinding XP pretty much the entire time. So we gotta get to the back here. That's where I think all of these armor guys are. Might die here actually. Okay, we got them down.
I need more time.
A good attack right there. Tough fight. Yeah, I don't know why. That's just how I am in this game. Like, I really just want to get to the end. I just want to get there. And we'll get there, for sure. I think another reason why I really want to get there is because I kind of... well, I didn't bail on my druid, but I stopped playing my druid. I actually got him to 82. And then I switched to the rogue. Because I just felt like I didn't have enough time. which is bad on their part, right? Like I don't have enough time to get my character to max level during the season. Like that would never happen in Diablo 3.
I'm not ready.
Like never. You can level your character in like, I don't know, a couple days to max level. Doesn't take long at all. Like by the time you're done the story, your character's pretty much done leveling. So I think it's nice. That's a nice progression curve right there. You know, you just finish up the story and then boom, your character's pretty close to being finished with the leveling grind. And I think the Paragon system, like I didn't really mind like the Paragon system taking a long time to level to max, because it was like an end game leveling system that you never really had a max level for. I know they've made a max level in recent seasons in Diablo 3, which is a good thing, because a lot of people were just botting Paragon back then to increase their characters', power to help them get more higher ranks in the ladder, right? So it's good that they put a cap on it. But I never looked at that as like the max level of the game. I always just thought the max level was, I believe, level 60, right? That's like the max level for Diablo 3. So with this game, I just feel like I should be 100 by now. But the interesting thing is when you hit 100, you're done with Paragon too. You gotta remember that, right? There's no more leveling your character Like, really what we're leveling up right now is Paragon levels. That's how I gotta look at it. But they changed it into, like, character levels. It's kind of weird. Like, they're not the same. Like, leveling a character to max level in Diablo 3, it's just not the same as Diablo 4. In Diablo 4, they kind of, like, combine the two together. And it's quite the grind. Like, even in Diablo 3, if you want to level your character to max level Paragon, that takes a while. That takes quite a while. And you level most of that during the end game. Just kind of like 4, right? Like, we're leveling most of our Paragon points, majority of them, in World Tier 4. So I kind of see what they did there.
My bags are full.
I'm just kind of looking at it in, like, my Diablo 3 way. But this is, you know, Diablo 4, so they mixed the two, Paragon and character level, combined them into one thing. Which is fine, but, like, the thing is, it feels like you can't really do the endgame stuff till you hit 100. Right? Like, it feels like I can't do Uber Lilith till I hit 100. Or really high-tier Nightmare Dungeons. See what they do in the future with it. They'll figure it out.
Starting from nothing.
It's not that bad. It's just, I think if they shortened it just by a little bit. Like, if I was, like, 95 right now, I'd feel pretty good about it. I wouldn't really mind getting the last 5 levels, but it just feels like I have to climb this, like, insane mountain just to get to 100. And it's weird how I feel that way, because in classic WoW, I don't feel that way at all. But yeah, guys, I'm just ranting. I think the reason why I don't feel that way in classic WoW is just the way the game's progression curve is. Because classic WoW is like, I think I would say double the amount of time, but it takes much longer than Diablo 4 to get to 100, that's for sure.
What's still got some good in it? What's left, you ask?
Alright, so let's put this away here. Okay. Back to the dungeon. We are halfway to 82. So we'll use another consumable. And that means, yeah, we're going to be right there with our druid soon. Now I'll get to see what it's going to be like to get him to 100, because I want to get my druid to 100 too. Kind of a special character for me, because he's the first character I leveled up. And I beat the story with him. Got all the altars of Lilith with him too. Pretty much help this rogue have an easier route to 100.
I'm not ready yet.
Destroy the Seaborn Goddess. There's the last one. Oh no, it's Bone Mass. Got the Bone Mass event.
Need more time. I'm not ready.
There we go, we did it. I like this event.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not giving up. No way, we didn't get this far. But I just wanted to, like, I don't know, let that off my chest. It's a grind. Anybody who went through this grind. Especially, like, during the Eternal Realms. Anyone who, like, leveled up to 100 without the Eternal Realms. It's not that much of a difference, but it is a difference. Like, getting, like, 5% less XP than I am right now. Quite the grind. Especially if you did it solo, like, no group buff. Alright, off to the Siren Chamber. Which I think is... I really don't know. I think it's here.
I'm not ready yet. Need more time.
Another thing I remember too, like during the beta, the bosses were like hard, man. Like we just wrecked these bosses. It's like I have the oh wow, we almost forgot. Let's make sure we get exploit to 15. Nice. It's good. Like I remember I played a rogue during I think I probably have a playthrough of it on here during the beta, and I was having a tough time with a couple of the bosses in the dungeons. And now I'm just like touch of death, like they're done. Even if they're like, you know, 10 levels above me. That's just the way the build is, I think, though. Ah, nice. We'll keep that. We actually want that aspect. Nice roll. Decent roll on it. 16% out of 20%. Stats are not the greatest, though. Sacred neck with an aspect we don't want. Eyes in the dark. We have a bunch of these.
What's left, you ask? Better than starting from nothing.
Alright, so there we go. Couple of nice aspect items, which is good. Gonna have to look through all these soon. Start throwing them in there for now. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Thanks for listening to my rant. Won't be like that every episode, but I just felt like talking about it, how I feel at the moment with the game. And overall, I'm enjoying it, but it's I just think 70 to 100 is a little too long, and we should be at 100 by now, or like at least pretty damn close. But maybe in the future we'll start to see them make changes to this part of the game. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.